and remove all questions about who the owner is. By the way, there's a detail that struck me personally to the core. Take a look at this photograph of the gateway of the residence, taken by one of the workers. Something here must seem vaguely familiar to you. You've already seen this somewhere. That's where. The classic, familiar to everyone scene of the storming of the Winter Palace from the film by Sergei Eisenstein. You can still see this eagle now if you visit St. Petersburg and approach the Hermitage. And the fact that Putin put an exact copy of the Tsar's eagle with a crown from the Winter Palace on the gate of his personal dacha tells us a lot about who this man thinks he is. But not just a building, it's a symbol of the 20 years of Putin's rule. How it looks, how it's hidden, who pays for it, and even the fact that it's been under construction for 15 years and they still cannot finish it. Just imagine you have an unlimited amount of money, all the power and any resources. How do you use it? And we will do so, despite the fact that no one invited us there. One of the important contractors who worked on the arrangement of the palace will help us. He was so stunned and enraged by the luxury of the decoration and the insane prices of furniture that he sent us a detailed architectural plan of this object. It has everything, from a drawing of floor patterns to the SKUs of all pieces of furniture and the placement of outlets. So you and I will literally see what kind of sofas Vladimir Putin sits on, what bed he lies on, what table he eats at. Looking at the basement floor, there's a huge swimming pool, a spa area, a massage room, a beauty salon, some kind of spa capsule, saunas, hammams, plunge tubs and bathing bowls. From the pool you can get to the street, to the place which is indicated on the plan, as an aqua discotheque. I honestly didn't know such things existed. This is the place on the plan. And here it is in the photograph, something like a fountain where you can sit and order drinks from the bar. And believe me, this is not yet the biggest surprise that awaits us at Putin's dacha. There are dozens of outbuildings. Here you can't do without them when you live the life of a real monarch. Rooms for staff, doctors and managers, cooks, dressing rooms for waiters, meat and fish workshop, vegetable workshop, bakery workshop, egg processing workshops. This one's good, an 18 square metre mud warehouse. Obviously, President Putin needs a lot of dirt for a comfortable life. Well, for more traditional things, there is a cocktail lounge from which you can enter, either the home cinema or the tasting room and wine cellar. Wonderful. On the ground floor, there is a gym with tatami mats. Nearby, there are a lot of interesting rooms, such as a reading room or a musical parlour. Do you think Putin learned to play the piano in vain? No. After a hard presidential day, having taken care of the people, he plans to come to the musical parlour and play something for the soul. It's absolutely fair to argue now. You invented all this. You drew the plans yourself and are showing them to us. And at his next press conference, Putin himself will declare as such. This isn't an investigation, it's a legalization of the materials of American secret services. Therefore, before the tour, I must verify everything and prove to you the authenticity of the documents. I have already said that, in 2011, several pictures of the palace interiors, taken by workers, appeared on the internet. When the plans were sent to us, we took them ourselves and began to compare them with the existing photographs to make sure that they weren't fake. I already showed you the aqua discotheque. Here is a photo, here it is on the plan. But okay, it can be seen from the outside and redrawn. Let's look for something from the inside. Here is a photo. It's clearly from the dining room. Here you can clearly see tables, chairs and sideboards with monograms. We easily find this room on the plan. This is the small dining room. We look at the name of the furniture indicated in the plan. It says Citerio Atina. It's like all the rest of the palace furniture suppliers, a super exclusive Italian furniture house, selling individual goods strictly to order. It's impossible to Google such a set. So we wrote a letter to Citerio's factory and just asked them to send us a catalogue. And voila! The furniture set in the catalogue looks like this. Table, chairs, sideboards, everything is the same as in the photo. And just to be sure, here's a photo of a worker next to a nightstand. The pattern is visible on the floor. We're looking for the same one on our plans and find it in the bedroom. Let's see what kind of nightstand it is. Here's the company name, Pozzoli, and the item number. We order a catalogue from this factory, which is again super exclusive. They don't even have this furniture on their own website, and again find success. The nightstand indicated in the plans exactly matches the nightstand in the picture. Funny thing with this Italian furniture, we asked to send us photographs of 20 or 30 pieces of furniture that we found on the plans. And the representatives of the factory were at some point very surprised. They asked us if we'd ordered exactly the same set for the construction of a palace on the Black Sea. We said yes, we ordered it. And here's another Italian family furniture factory. There's also a lot of their items in Putin's Palace. They casually posted photos of Putin's Palace interiors on their website, as well as a video that says that their clients deserve the most extraordinary interiors. And then, apparently, shows these clients. These factories really make super exclusive furniture in such small quantities that they remember all of their customers for decades. The prices are corresponding. Here are a couple of real pieces of furniture from Putin's interiors. Such a leather sofa costs 2 million rubles. This dressing table is also worth 2 million. The sofas that stand in the corridors apparently for guests are cheaper. For example, this one is 1.5 million. There's also this cool table with a built-in bar, worth 4 million corrupt rubles. Anyway, after making sure that our architect's plans are absolutely accurate and reliable, we ordered a 3D visualization and recreated all the interiors. Wherever there are photos, the reconstruction is 100% true to the original. And where there are none, minor details may differ, such as the colour scheme or the pattern on the wallpaper. We go into the palace from the main entrance. Vladimir Putin fancies himself as the Russian emperor and behaves accordingly. An Italian architect built him a palace in the Italian style, a classic palazzo. The courtyard with a fountain in the centre is surrounded by galleries, as if we are not near Gelendzhik, but in Bologna or Florence. From the courtyard we go into the Athenaeum. That's the name of this room. Here we will see how similar our reconstruction is to the original. Photos of this room are available on the internet so we can compare. Look, the columns, stucco mouldings, chandeliers and frescoes completely match, 100%. And here are the golden eagles. There are never too many of them. Vladimir Putin, reading Komsomolskaya Pravda in this room, must remember that he is the master of Russia. And here's where one of the most famous photographs from inside the palace was taken. A carefree worker lay down on the sofa, on which the most august body would later lie. He should be careful. This sofa is more expensive than his apartment. We leave the Athenaeum. We still have many places to visit. The doors on the right swing open and we find ourselves in a chic marble foyer with a bar. These are usually found in front of a theatre or concert hall. And our guess is right. Rich people love to have small movie theatres in their homes. And the President of Russia built a real theatre at home, with a huge stage backstage, dressing rooms and luxury boxes. I'm not kidding. Inside Putin's palace, there is a full-fledged theatre. The auditorium is two-storey. The 3 boxes below can be covered with velvet curtains, in case the owner wants a more intimate setting. On the second floor, there are balconies with sofas. This shows Vladimir Putin's loyalty to traditions. In Tsarist Russia, landowners built serf theatres for themselves, so our president also built one. Singer Natalia Vitlitskaya spoke about her craving for costume parties, and while ordinary Russians make themselves comfortable to enjoy Wheel of Fortune, the lights go out in the theatre of the Black Sea Palace. The curtain opens, and the national leader enjoys more exquisite pleasures. Speaking of exquisite pleasures, you know what our president is a fan of? Believe it or not, he loves hookah. We go to the room that's labelled as a hookah bar on the house plan. Indeed, it looks like the best, most expensive hookah lounge in the city of Makhachkala. Sofas, tables, dim lights, the perfect atmosphere to discuss budget issues. Lying among soft pillows, the president and his guests can also enjoy a show. This hall is also equipped with a small stage. And surprisingly, there's a special elevation with a pole on the stage. We just can't imagine why a pole is needed on the stage. Maybe for a Christmas tree, or a giant shawarma, or maybe for performances in support of the Constitution. If the hookah bar surprised you, you'll like this even more. In his letter to Medvedev, Sergei Kolesnikov said that there is a casino inside the palace. Because no one paid attention to these words back then, it was impossible to imagine that the President of Russia would build a casino in his personal house. He must have over-exaggerated, but no, the huge private casino really exists. The project included a casino, but this casino wasn't for people from the street. It was just for passing time. We entered the personal casino of Vladimir Putin. They're prohibited throughout the rest of the country, but everything is possible here. 2 card tables, and of course roulette. I wonder what they play for. They're definitely not interested in simply betting money. They most likely play for state companies. So don't be surprised that all the country's national treasures belong to Putin's friends. He probably just lost them. From the casino, through the billiard room, we get to the game room. The first thing that impresses us is that our president is no stranger to simple entertainment. He loves to dance. A dance machine with a huge screen is installed here. The rest of the room is filled with slot machines. A personal Black Sea Las Vegas for a true paper show. This room is called Hall of Entertaining Games. Here, one-armed bandits stand next to gilded chairs, worth 700,000 rubles each. And here is probably the most favourite room of the President of Russia. The place where Putin outplays everyone. There are no globes and maps of military operations here, but there are toy racing cars. For his little electric friends, there's a special room the size of a one-room apartment. Here, on a special track, the main geopolitical strategist of our time performs amazing tricks, overtakes his rivals at turns, and invariably becomes the winner of the big races. A little embarrassed, we go to the second floor, to the inner sanctum, the bedroom of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief and President of Russia, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. Although the word suite is more appropriate, everything here follows the best aristocratic rules. You don't just open the door and see the bed. First comes the first living room, with sofas and armchairs, apparently for resting, before resting. And only from here you can get into the boudoir. So we tiptoe inside. Crazed emperor are the words that come to mind when you see this. Gold, velvet, canopies, but also an obligatory TV opposite the bed, so as not to miss important news on Channel 1. It was here, in Putin's bedroom, near this nightstand, that this photo was taken. We're not the only ones who are so indelicate. From the royal bedchamber, you can get into another, extremely private living room. Probably even Sechin has never been here. There's one more door. Behind it is a wardrobe, and through it you can get into the bathroom, where there are marble columns around the jacuzzi. I don't know how many square meters you need to sleep, but in Gelendzhik Palace, 260 square meters was allocated for the master's bedroom. It seems that the moment has come when it's time to say, we showed you Putin's palace, his bedroom, casino, aqua discotheque and toy cars. Subscribe to our channel and share this video. But the thing is that, in fact, his possessions on the Black Sea are not limited to this palace complex. Putin's palace is much more than what we have seen and imagined.